Have you ever imagined a bicycle so long that it looks more like a moving train than a bike? A bicycle so enormous that just turning a corner becomes a challenge, and riding it requires incredible teamwork, precision, and months of engineering? Today, you're about to witness one of the most unbelievable engineering achievements ever built on two wheels. Stay with me until the end, because the final dimensions of this giant bicycle are almost impossible to believe, and you'll also discover how a dream became a world-famous record. Welcome back to Max Records, the home of the world's most incredible records, unbelievable human achievements, and extraordinary stories from across the globe. Every video on this channel brings you closer to the most amazing people and creations ever seen. If you love discovering incredible world records, don't forget to subscribe to Max Records, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us continue bringing you amazing stories every week. Now, let's begin. When most people think of a bicycle, they imagine something around 6 feet long that can easily fit inside a garage or ride along a city street. But a group of passionate builders decided that ordinary wasn't enough. Instead of asking how small or fast a bicycle could become, they asked a completely different question. How long can a bicycle actually be? At first, the idea sounds almost impossible. After all, bicycles are designed to be compact and easy to control. Making one longer would create countless problems. It would become heavier, harder to balance, nearly impossible to steer, and incredibly difficult to transport. Yet that challenge inspired an ambitious team to attempt something no one had ever achieved before. Planning such a project wasn't as simple as welding together a few pieces of metal. The builders first needed to calculate how the frame would support its own weight without bending or collapsing. Every section had to be carefully designed to remain strong while keeping the bicycle light enough to move. Engineers and skilled fabricators spent weeks creating detailed plans. They knew that even a tiny mistake could ruin months of work. After the design phase came construction. Massive steel sections were carefully measured, cut, aligned, and welded together. Every connection had to be perfectly straight because even a slight misalignment could make the bicycle impossible to ride. As the frame grew longer and longer, people passing by couldn't believe what they were seeing. What is that? Is it a train? No, it's actually a bicycle. The project attracted attention long before it was finished. Building the enormous frame was only the beginning. A bicycle also needs wheels capable of supporting tremendous weight. Standard bicycle wheels would never survive under such pressure. The builders had to strengthen important components while ensuring the bicycle could still roll smoothly. Then came another enormous challenge: steering. On a normal bicycle, turning the handlebars instantly changes the direction of the front wheel. But on an extremely long bicycle, the front wheel is located many meters away from the rider. How could anyone possibly control it? The solution required an innovative steering system connecting different parts of the bicycle so that movement at one end could accurately guide the wheel at the other. It demanded careful testing and repeated adjustments before everything worked correctly. Even after construction was complete, the bicycle still wasn't ready. It had to prove that it wasn't just a giant sculpture. It had to function as a real bicycle. That meant it needed to move under its own power while remaining stable and controllable. Testing day finally arrived. Excitement filled the air as spectators gathered to witness something they had never seen before. The giant bicycle stretched across an incredible distance, towering above ordinary bikes and attracting cameras from every direction. Would it actually move? Or would months of hard work end in disappointment? The rider climbed aboard. Volunteers carefully positioned themselves. Everyone held their breath. The first pedal stroke was slow. Nothing happened. Then, little by little, the massive wheels began to roll. The giant bicycle came to life. Cheers erupted from the crowd. The impossible had become reality. Watching such a huge machine move gracefully was unforgettable. It wasn't fast. It wasn't designed for speed, its purpose was something much greater. It proved that creativity has no limits. The successful ride demonstrated remarkable engineering skill, teamwork, and determination. Creating a record-breaking bicycle isn't simply about making something bigger than anyone else. Every record attempt requires following strict guidelines. Measurements must be carefully verified, evidence must be collected, and independent witnesses often observe the attempt to ensure everything meets official standards. Only after every requirement is satisfied can a new record be recognized. That makes achievements like this even more impressive. Behind every world record lies countless hours of planning, problem-solving, failed attempts, and relentless determination. The longest bicycle wasn't created overnight. It represents dedication, patience, and the belief that impossible ideas deserve a chance. What's fascinating is how projects like these inspire people around the world. Students become interested in engineering. Young inventors begin imagining their own creations. Families visit exhibitions to see these incredible machines in person. One extraordinary bicycle becomes much more than a record. It becomes a symbol of imagination. History is full of inventors who were told their ideas couldn't work. The airplane, the automobile, the computer. Many groundbreaking inventions were once considered impossible. That's why achievements like the world's longest bicycle remind us never to underestimate human creativity. Someone looked at an ordinary bicycle and imagined something extraordinary. Instead of giving up when challenges appeared, they solved one problem after another. That's the real lesson behind this record. Success rarely comes from luck. It comes from persistence. Imagine standing next to this giant bicycle. You'd have to walk along its entire length just to reach the other end. Photos barely capture its incredible scales. Seeing it in person would leave almost anyone speechless. And that's exactly why unusual world records continue to fascinate millions of people across the globe. They show us that there is always someone willing to push the limits of what's possible. Some people climb the highest mountains, others swim across dangerous oceans. Some build the tallest structures, and some decide to create the longest bicycle ever made. Every achievement expands our understanding of human potential. Records aren't only about numbers. They're stories of courage, imagination, and determination. They remind us that extraordinary accomplishments begin with ordinary people who dare to dream bigger than everyone else. If today's story amazed you, let us know in the comments. Would you ever dare to ride the world's longest bicycle? Or do you think even standing next to it would be enough? We'd love to hear your answer. And if you enjoyed this journey into one of the world's most incredible engineering records, don't forget to subscribe to Max Records, leave a like, and share this video with your friends. Every like and subscription motivates us to bring you even more unbelievable world records, amazing inventions, and inspiring stories from around the world. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep dreaming big, keep exploring the extraordinary, and remember, here at Max Records, the world's most amazing records are only the beginning.